Thank you, Karen. Wow. I mean, look at this. 2020, and finally we have the Main Street substantially complete, I believe is the technical term, which means all the plumbing's in, all the heavy construction's done. We're now waiting for plantings next spring, trees to go in, and the final touch, people using the street. And so next spring will be quite an event to mark. I'd just like to recognize through the land acknowledgement that the town of Midland recognizes that it's located on land which is traditional treaty territory of the Anishinaabe people, now known as the Chippewa Tri-Council, comprised of Bosley First Nation, Rama First Nation, and the Georgina Island First Nation. This territory is within the Pre-Confederation Treaty 5 and Treaty 16 and included within the Williams Treaties of 1923. The town of Midland recognizes that it is located on land which is the traditional territory of the Huron-Wendat and the historic homelands of the Métis, and that our town is home to a large and diverse community of Indigenous peoples. I'd just like to acknowledge some of our guests. Today we have with us Simcoe North MPP Minister Jill Dunlop, former MPP Garfield Dunlop, welcome. We also have with us Mr. Alan Brownridge, Tatham Engineering, Director of Project Management, or Manager rather. Adam Timlock, Tatham Engineering, Interim Engineer and Project Administrator. Dave Wood, Envision Tatham President and Landscape Architect. Talis Sampson, Arnott Construction. Sarah Shaw, Arnott Construction, Public Relations Officer. Scott Campbell, President of the Chair of the BIA. This has been part of a discussion going on for almost 2 decades. We really got serious about it in 2016 and put a committee in place comprised of merchants on the downtown and members of council. Steve Maurice from Maurice's Value Mart, Archie Meredith, Margaret Hamlin, Scott Campbell, Andre Sanche from the municipality, Pat File, who was chairing the committee, John Main, George McDonald, and myself. The goals when we sat down at the table were to make this a pedestrian-friendly environment, a flexible streetscape so we could change the functionality fairly quickly, reduce pressure on the wastewater system, and eliminate overflow. And we've met all those goals on time and on budget. Thanks to the merchants for their continued understanding and perseverance and continued goodwill. Thanks also to the residents who supported shopping local rather, and supported the downtown. Without you, we wouldn't be here. I'd also like to thank CC Tatham for their patience during the design phase and their flawless execution. Arnott for, again, flawless execution, hard work under trying circumstances, and generosity of spirit when dealing with residents and merchants, helping people across the street, explaining what was going on when people asked a question. I'd like to particularly thank Sarah for all the emails telling us exactly what was going on, and for actually filling up that thermometer as we went by. Very, very encouraging. I'd also like to thank our town staff, and in particular Andy Campbell, Executive Director, and Mitch Sobel. Where's Mitch? There's Mitch. Mitch was on site almost constantly, making sure that people understand their roles, making sure that, in fact, everybody was singing from the same song sheet at the same time. And special thanks to you, Mitch, for your flawless execution there. And I'd also like to thank our next speaker, Minister Jill Dunlop, who continually and unfailingly listens to Midland's concerns and advocates on our behalf, and is here to say a few words as well. With that, I'll just say that you're welcome to wander up, talk to the merchants, and enjoy the Main Street. It's here for you. Karen?
Well, thank you, Mayor Strathern and staff, everyone here today. It's a pleasure to be here and to see the Main Street opening up. It looks phenomenal, and thank you to all the crews for all the hard work. I can tell you this summer when I was in town, This was quite a spectacle on Main Street. The number of people walking up and down, checking out the equipment and the stuff that was going on. It was great to see, but even better to see it finished at this time. So I want to look back kind of a timeline of events. Late March of 2020, Arnott Construction. Thank you for all the work that you've done on this project. Absolutely amazing. As essential workers in this province, skilled trades have been there, and the construction that's going on in the province right now is phenomenal. So thank you to all your hard work for keeping it a safe work environment to continue the construction in downtown Midland. Tatum Engineering for all your hard work as well. It's really brought it all together. And the province understands the importance of our rural Main Street programs, and with the 2021 being the year of the Ontario Staycation, I really welcome everyone across Ontario to come to our beautiful town here in Midland to shop local. We have Christmas coming up soon, and supporting our small businesses and shopping local is now more important than ever. So congratulations to the town of Midland. It's a beautiful project. I'm so excited to see it completed, as I'm sure all of you are. But everyone, get out, shop local, and support the downtown merchants. Thank you very much.
Thank you, MPP Jill Dunlop. Now I'd like to introduce Andy Campbell, the Town of Midland's Executive Director of Infrastructure and Environmental Board.
Well, thank you, Karen, Mayor, Jill Dunlop, and all the guests that are here today. This project, the first time I saw this was the very first day I started at the Town of Midland, 3.5 years ago. Tatum Engineering and the Citizen Committee, we had a presentation of about the 60% design drawings for this. So my very first day was just what was the vision of this community for downtown. Today we get to see what it actually looks like, but it's not done yet. We still have the plant material to go in next year. It's going to look even better than it does today. So seeing this over the last 3 years come from pictures on a paper to fruition is wonderful. For Tatum Engineering and Arnott Construction, the dedication they put through this summer was flawless. We had a couple of hiccups here and there as we went through construction. We got all over all of those, and you see the quality product that's here today. And I think that really, to the contractors, Talus, as a foreman on the job, you just got your crews doing one of the best jobs I've seen. And I've been in construction for 30 years, working in different municipalities, and the quality on this job is just superb. So thank you very much. And thank you to our citizens and to council. This wasn't an inexpensive project, and I'll let our CAO expand a little bit more on that. But this is just wonderful to see it go from the drawings to where it is today in my 3.5 years here. And I think our citizens are going to really enjoy this. And our merchants, it was a very tough year for them, and I really thank them also, because this just added to their complexities during our COVID year. But we all got through it. And I hope the best for all of them through this Christmas season, and hope everybody shops locally. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. I'd now like to invite our CAO of the Town of Midland, David Deneau, to take the word.
Thank you very much, Karen. I am relatively new CAO to the Town of Midland, came in April, and I'd like to take all the credit for this project, although I probably shouldn't. This was done with a tremendous team, obviously, that you've heard about. I would, though, like to start by thanking the original builders of the downtown who made this last for 100 years. I hope I can last 100 years, but I don't think that's going to be the case. But just a tribute to, obviously, what was done way back when in Midland and continues to be done. So certainly thank you to those original builders. This project is one of the largest this town has ever done. And like Andy, I've got some experience with a number of big projects throughout my career. It's not often you can say on time, on budget with a project of this magnitude. So just a phenomenal work. And it's not often that you can say this was done through a pandemic. So to say those three things on this day is just a phenomenal achievement. So thank you again to the excellence, the innovation, That commitment to me is really the characteristics of Midland that I've seen since I've been here. This is a community that knows how to get things done, and when we get it done, we do it right. So thank you to all those people who did this. I'd like to start by thanking the council. To have the strategic vision to take this on, I think is really admirable. It's always tough to make decisions, especially in small towns when you haven't got a lot of financial flexibility, but they had the courage to do that, and we certainly found a way. So there's a number of representatives from council here. I want to thank them for that strategic vision. All our staff at the town were involved in this, not just the people who were putting, shovels in the ground. There are so many people that made this project flow, to getting the financing set up, to just making all the administration work. Thank you to all of them. Our tremendous contractors, I like to call them partners, fantastic partners. Sarah, we keep talking about Sarah. She would make sure this place was safe. It doesn't matter if you were the mayor or a CAO, she'd get you off the ground. She'd make sure that this thing was running. So I really appreciate all their support. I hope everyone enjoys this unique downtown. We are on one of the best harbors in the world, with a beautiful downtown that is accessible, post-COVID ready with the wideness that it offers, and the ability for people to enjoy. So I hope you all partake in that and share that news. I'll now ask our engineering to make a few clips, and we'll open the street for everyone. Thank you very much.
If anyone would like to celebrate this occasion with a toast, we have maple butter tart beer.
You just want the banner open.
Yeah.
Oh, here.
Just since we had everyone in front of it, get a nice